And we are back. Chicago Bears franchise. And in the last episode, even though it doesn't show, we played the Denver Broncos. Our score looks respectful, but you're wrong. They dominated so early on that we put Tyler Huntley in, and he balled out. Only playing one half of football almost caught up to Russell Wilson, who played the whole half. And then you look at Justin Fields, who went 4 for 8 in his for 33 yards and an interception, and he played horrible. We decided, you know what? You're not playing anymore. We put Huntley in, and in the next game, we simmed it. He goes off. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 244 yards to keep our hopes of making the playoffs alive. And even better, we have a breakout with a QB I can only assume would be Tyler Huntley. I sure hope he is. I really do. Throw for one or fewer interceptions and have 300 yards or 3 touchdowns. Well, that's doable, but against a tough Packers team, they're 8-5. Honestly, cool. They still have Aaron Rodgers, but do I take him over Aaron Jones? You look 94, 93. I trust our team when it comes down to defending the run. And with Tyler Huntley, with guys like Kenny Clark and Jair, I think we're going to target. No, I like the blitz counter actually. Getting straight into the training. I swear Tyler Huntley magically gets injured. I swear. We're healthy. Oh, he's healthy. Thank you. We're completely healthy going into this game. The only player we are missing is Nicholas Morrow, who, unless we lost someone in the Chargers game. Tyree Brooks and Courtney Ferguson, 2 rookies. You like to see that. Speaking of injuries, yeah, we don't have anyone injured beside Nicholas Morrow. He can return soon, I'd imagine. Probably enough time for the playoffs. For the Packers, though, are they missing anyone? No, they're completely healthy. Oh, great. So we get to go against them at full strength. They're 8-5. They almost certainly won the division. They are currently at least the 4 seed. They are the 3 seed. And the 49ers are the 7 seed. They are 7-6. So we have a huge game. A loss I am pretty confidently can say would eliminate us from the playoffs. Well, maybe not, assuming there'd be some very small circumstances. Like if the 49ers were to lose this game as well, then we'd still have a chance, but I don't see that happening. There is the man, Tyler Huntley, getting his, I want to say, first career start for us. I am not sure, though. I believe he started a few games, not last year, but the year before, due to Lamar Jackson getting injured. Just to quickly make sure, I assume it's fine since, you know. Yep. Slot corner. Alright, that's perfect. Well, let's get straight into it. At our own 22-yard line against the Packers, we still can win the division. We just have a very outside shot. Dangerous first throw by Tyler Huntley, but it ends up incomplete, so it's fine. But Huntley, don't do that again. Huntley takes a safe throw, gets 6 out of it to someone, David Montgomery, and on 3rd and 4, Huntley gonna roll out. He's gonna take the hit, and he's gonna get the first down. I believe it is total yards as well. I don't believe it is just passing yards. So if he says passes for 280 and then rushes for 20, I believe that is still enough. Only taking the quick pass to Kmet, gets 4. That's going to bring up 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line. Jacksonville beats Tennessee in a divisional game. The first carry to Montgomery is going to get us up to the 44 for a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. And we're going to go right back to him, and they're going to give him the first down. He's going to get just enough. 1st and 10 now from the 46. We're going to go to him again. And he's going to fight across midfield to the 49 for a decent gain. Montgomery now 46 yards away from eclipsing the 1,000-yard mark. And that was a gain of 5 right there. Huntley is going to throw. Has time, checks it down to Kmet, who is open, and it's a gain of 11, I want to say. 1st and 10 now from the 38. You see Montgomery tired in the backfield. That is not great. A fake throw. And Huntley is going to scramble and just slide down, getting a yard or 2. Smart play. I mean, take whatever yards you can get. That also helps us with field goal range. Huntley completes it to Ridley now, who's going to get a first down up to 20. What? 3rd and 1, apparently. They're going to say he was well short. I thought he had it. And Huntley's going to throw. And he's going to end zone. And unable to catch it, I believe, was Ridley. And 4th and 1 from the 29. The offense is staying out there. They're going to go for it. You got to be careful, though, if you're running it with Kenny Clark and Montgomery still being tired. It's a fullback dive. And Brian Nall gets exactly 1 yard. Speaking of Kenny Clark, he was there to tackle him behind the line of game. But Brian Nall fights with everything he has to get just enough. And Chicago going with the early gamble, and it paid off. And now we're going to actually see Montgomery. He's going to get 3 on the play, up to the 25. Montgomery's still very tired, and I believe he has had some cases of the fumbling lately. Dangerous pass was intended for 80. That was actually Max Williams, I believe, who has been very quiet. Wide open, that is Mooney. He's going to be down at the 11. And speaking of Max Williams, I don't think he's going to be on the team come next year. I think we might release him for cap purposes. Darren Moody going to lose 2 on the play. And that brings up 2nd and 12. So Max Williams just hasn't played well, and that's ultimately he's probably going to end up in him not being on the roster come next season. For cap purposes, I believe he's getting paid like $5.5 million a year, and that's I believe he's going to probably jump up a decent amount. Huntley just scrambling right into everyone, and Preston Smith does get an injury, and on 4th and 11, yeah, we're not going to go for it there. And we take a 3-0 lead, so a pretty productive first drive ends in a field goal made by Cairo Santos, who we did give a 1-year extension to. We do not know if he is going to last that extension. And it is literally nothing to do with his accuracy. His accuracy is amazing. It's his power is the issue. We have, with Fields at least, we don't know how Huntley's going to perform. Have usually, there's Aaron Rodgers by the way, on some of our better drives, usually stall around the 30s or 40s, which is semi-long to long field goals. And Santos just doesn't have a leg for that. He can, you know, be right down the middle, but it will be short. And Aaron Jones breaks a huge first run, getting 15, 16 actually. And that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So there's our big issue, is power. And there's the first quarter stats for as you are curious. And I did some research off camera. I normally do that consistently, as I look off camera for like scouting or people projected to be free agents. Specifically, I looked at kickers. Was the main one. That was really the only one actually. And Rodgers is going to be sacked. Trevis Gibson gets credited for half. I think he should have probably got the whole, but. And Tyler Bass is projected to be a free agent, and if he manages to be a free agent, we are probably going to cut Cairo Santos for Tyler Bass. Tyler Bass is better overall wise, development wise. I believe he's younger. Fair caught at the 23. So that is a big, you know, thing. Is I believe they have the same kick accuracy, but Bass has more power, or Bass might have one less. So I'm really interested in Tyler Bass. He's really the only one I believe will enter free agency that or at least have a feeling could, that I'm interested in. If no one else, you know, really interests me, I'm probably just going to rock with Santos for the year. Unless if I do some scouting on kickers and one of them actually really like. Ridley is going to turn, well, look to be a 4th and short because Jair Alexander was there. He managed to make Alexander miss and got a huge gain out of it. Huntley has time. He's going to scramble, and he's going to slide at the 49 for a gain of 5. Huntley so far 3 carries for 14 yards. Doing pretty solid. That time, though, on the other hand, Rashawn Gary off the edge is there for the sack. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. In a situation like this, we're aiming for the first down. We're not aiming for 4th and short, because we can't decide to kick it. And Huntley is managing to pick the first down, and he doesn't slide. He's going to get a huge gain. 4 carries for 35 yards now. Huntley, quick pass is going to be complete. I believe that is Ridley. Something Huntley's doing a lot that Fields never did. He's utilizing Calvin Ridley. We went out and got a top receiver for Fields, never really utilized him, and now Huntley's utilizing him. Ridley was another player I was thinking wouldn't be on the team next year. Potentially, because of how bad he was playing. Obviously, he's a huge cap hit, so I was not quite sure. Drake gets the carry there. I would have probably gave him a 2nd year to, you know, try and bounce back. We're at the 2-minute warning. So something as well with Huntley I'm noticing is these drives are taking a while. They're slow. Which I don't mind, because it's making that defense tired. But man, we are getting in the red zone, and we are just not getting points out of it. Apparently the Falcons are beating the Vikings 14-10. It's starting to feel like the Packers game we've experienced before. We have these opportunities. Like, we've had 2 good drives and we've only gotten field goals out of them. Like, there's a chance we could be up 14-0, even 10-0 wouldn't be the worst thing. But now all it takes is the Packers drive down the field and get a touchdown, and bam, they're ahead of us. We're definitely rooting for the Falcons to win that game, because I like the odds of the Vikings not making the playoffs over the Falcons at this moment. What a tackle. Getting a yard. Rodgers looking. Wide open across the middle is Aaron Jones. That's going to take him up to the 43. And with the clock running, 1st and 10 at the 43 now. Play action from Rodgers. He has time. And he is going to be sacked around the 30-yard line by a bunch of people. And the Packers take their second timeout with 1:01. 2nd and 22. Rodgers in shotgun. No one behind him whatsoever. So you know it's a pass. And it's complete out of bounds to the 39, and Justin Jones gets injured. We just gave him a 2-year extension and he goes down with an injury. But that could mean the rookie Courtney Ferguson could be playing for him. And a great defensive play there. That's going to bring up 4th and 14, and we're going to get the ball back with probably like 43 seconds. And all 3 timeouts. We're going to return it. 43 seconds at our own 24, so Montgomery needs 33 yards. Probably not going to get it this game, I'd imagine, because of the pressure Huntley has on going from normal to star. And this is going to be a huge drive to test Huntley. Checks it down to Kmet. I actually really like that play. No one seemed to be too open, so he took the dump down, the check down, and they got yards. There is a penalty. I will assume it's going to be holding or roughing the passer. Holding, offense. And it's holding, and it's going to be on Jordan Mailata, the left tackle. That one's fine. We're rooting for Detroit to win because that will make their draft pick worse, and Tampa Bay is one of the teams ahead of us. And we're now escorting to running with Montgomery. And we're just going to take it to the half. Maybe we do one last play here just to see. But we do, and it's just going to be a run to Huntley. And that's going to do it for the half. We lead 6-0. Packers do get ball to start second half. And there's the first half stats for those of you who are curious. We lead 6-0, but it's anyone's game. And we are going to take a look around the league to see how some of the teams are doing. We're going to head off to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the Falcons lead 21-17. Ritter with a touchdown, Barkley with a touchdown, and Ritter with an interception. Meeks with a touchdown, Patterson with a touchdown. Next, we're going to head to Jersey, where the Giants are losing 24-0. Sam Darnold with 2 touchdowns, both to Jahan Dotson. Brady with an interception. 24-0. And finally, we head to Detroit, Michigan, where the Buccaneers lead 24-7. Spencer Bowen, I believe. 3 touchdowns and an interception. Gage, 4 for 58 and a touchdown. Ryans with a touchdown, 2 interceptions. I don't know his name. Sorry, Ryans. I don't know what your first name is. Here are the Bears when it comes down to throwing the ball short. Something I'm noticing is I don't know if we're going to get this challenge because... And here are the Packers when it comes down to throwing the ball short. I don't know if we're going to get the thing done with Huntley because he's been checking it down so much, which is fine because it's getting yards. But at the rate we're going, I don't think that's going to be 300 yards worth. Even if you factor in the rushing. Great job. Down at the 13 is number 17. You'll love to see it. Wide open. Rodgers was in shotgun on the first play. Complete to number 14. That's Johnson. Don't know who Johnson is. I don't know if that's a rookie or Juwan Johnson, someone like that maybe. And that pass is, I want to say, incomplete. Tyler Johnson, probably. That's actually a good one. Aaron Jones is going to go nowhere. He's going to lose a yard, even though he's still at the 30. 3rd and 11. Rodgers in the back. Jones is also back there. And Rodgers is going to throw. And Rodgers is going deep. And that pass is going to be intercepted. And it's going to be returned across, maybe not across midfield, but to midfield. Jaquan Brisker, the second-year safety who we drafted in the 3rd round. I want to see what Rodgers saw. Rodgers actually has him open, but he never threw it. And then, just too little too late, Romeo Doubs doesn't really get his head around. The ball isn't thrown high enough, as you can see by Brisker jumping up and getting it. If, honestly, potentially could have had a touchdown if he took it through this hole over. I can't do it because it auto locks on players, but to the left. But, nonetheless, we get the ball at midfield, up 6-0, and this game is looking great so far. Both sides of the football are playing very good. As I say that. Intercepted by Darnell Savage. He jumps the route and they take it to the 47. So, it looks like Huntley now cannot have any more turnovers or else it's an automatic fail for the challenge. Rodgers, he fumbles. It's going to be picked up by Jones and he's going to take it up to the 41. They're going to say a rushing play. It's a loss of 12. Rodgers is going to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, he has a man that looks like Christian Watson up to the 46. And 3rd and 9 now. Look to be very hard now. Looks convertible. And Rodgers is going to be sacked. Trevis Gibson, 2.5 sacks so far today. And it's looking like our extension we gave him is really working out. We have 4 sacks so far, and over half of them belong to Trevis Gibson. And that's going to be out of bounds at the 7. A great punt by number 4. And Huntley is in shotgun now, so we're really not, both teams really aren't running the ball a lot. It's really pass or nothing. And Huntley had a man over the middle, but overthrew him. Only his 5th incompletion. Huntley only has 73 yards passing. Huntley once again in shotgun. This one's going to be complete for Ridley. He has 10. Is it going to be enough for the 1st down, though? Depends on where they stop his forward progress. And he has enough for the 1st down. Ridley so far this game, 4 for 40. Huntley, no. Oh, it's because it was a screen. I was about to say no blocks. That makes sense, actually. It looks like this might just be a screen to the other side now. No, it's probably not because Mooney in motion. Unblocked, but he's going to throw it. And going up and getting it is Mooney over Jair Alexander. Huntley showing a lot of trust in Mooney. That's a throw Fields would make, but Fields would make that throw a lot. Mooney so far has only had 2 receptions for 48 yards, so hasn't been targeted a lot. And Gary gets the sack. That's his 2nd sack of the game. Loss of 9, back to the 43. Huntley looking. Incomplete. Went to check it down to Komet, but there was coverage there. And this is one where we're probably going to try and get at least some yards. Probably not 1st down yards. Had a man, but overthrew him. Incomplete. And something I'm noticing is this O-line is starting to fold. They had a great 1st half, and now they're starting to fold. This punt is going to be downed in the red zone. Or not the red zone, the end zone. Jack Fox seems to have a lot of trouble pinning it. He can kick it deep, but he can never pin it. It always has a bounce into the end zone. Romeo Dobbs is open, but he doesn't go to him. He goes to Christian Watson, who gets 18 up to the 38. Rodgers has thrown the ball 10 times and only completed 6 of those passes, and one of those incompletions is an interception. This Bears defense has been doing a great job so far, but it seems like it might be ending soon as Rodgers now, back-to-back plays have been very good. That one was complete to number 5. I don't know who that is, but it was complete to them. Keelan Cole. 1st and 10 now from the 49. Rodgers is going to hand it off to Jones. And Jones has been very quiet after that first rushing play that went for a lot, like 15. There is a penalty. Rodgers does throw. Keelan Cole, I believe, is going to be half a yard short. But it's probably going to be coming back because it was holding and it was on David Bakhtiari. And they do accept. That makes 2nd and 19 now from the 42. Rodgers is going to throw. Looking. Complete to Watson. And that brings 3rd and 9. So accepting that penalty was the smart move. Because, well, now they only have one left down to get 9. Rodgers has plenty of time. Checks it down. And Jones breaks that tackle and gets the 1st down. And it's looking less and less likely like Huntley's going to get the challenge done because he's just not going for yards, which is fine by me because he's being smart with the football. And we're winning. So, and there's the 3rd quarter stats for those of you who are curious. I'm really hoping we can win this game. Because the loss, I mean, is a loss. Literally a loss. Like the playoffs is literally like maybe 2%. Jones might have lost the 1st down by juking. No, he still got it. Bears defense is 31st in points allowed. I don't know if that means we rarely allow points or we allow a lot of points. But either way, we've allowed 0, which is good. And they're going to Jones again. Jones is going to get 2. So far, the Packers offense has been 4. They only have 149 today. Struggling with the passing yards. But Rodgers, I mean, that's pretty good for how he started. He's been turning the stove on. Starting to cook. And a 3rd and 2. This 3rd down is huge. And even if they don't get it, do you go for it on 4th down? Rodgers. It doesn't matter. Who the fuck is guarding Christian Watson every play? He's open every time. Show the stat of how many catches Christian Watson has. I guarantee it's like 10 of his 12. 6 for 66. That's half of his plays. Someone guard Watson. Second and goal from the 7. This is a huge drive here. Don't tell me it. Don't you dare tell me. Don't you dare. Okay, it's Tyler Johnson. I was going to freak out if it was Christian Watson. And just like that, even though we had the lead the whole game, we lose it because of one drive. And Huntley, I'm not saying stop being safe with the ball, but I'm saying, you know, turn it up a bit. Drake, don't fumble. That broken tackle. Granted, we only need a field goal, but in order to get a field goal, we need a decent amount of yards with Cairo Santos. The big concern is not getting enough yards. We can take these checkdowns all we want, but that is not going to get us, you know. Oh, great, I exited before the play ended, but apparently he was out of bounds. Huntley, looking. Calvin Ridley. And we are in field goal range, I reckon. Huntley is at like 146 after I saw, so we only need 150 more. We're not going to get it. But I honestly don't care, as long as we win this game. 2nd and 7 now from the 35. Max Williams, or is that Toby Holcomb? Maybe we keep Max around. Seems like Huntley really likes the tight ends. That could be because he was originally in Baltimore, who has had great tight ends. Across the field, that's Darren Moody. He's finally getting involved. We have a priority alert. And Minnesota takes a 32-28 lead over Atlanta. Darren Moody again. I'm starting to like Moody. He's starting to get involved. Kind of concerning when you draft a guy 5th overall and he doesn't do a whole lot, even though it's 4 for 16. I feel like 4 receptions is like the most he's gotten in a game. Huntley, throw it away, Huntley, or not. Lose 12 yards. We were well out of the pocket. How is Montgomery tired? He's had nothing to do with this freaking game, really, besides the first half. Come on, take it to the 2. Third and 13. This is going to be a long 13. And we're not going to get it because the O-line didn't hold up. And the Falcons take a 35-32 lead over the Vikings, and we're at the 2-minute warning. We're going to go for a 40-yard attempt to give us a 9-7 lead. The Packers have all the momentum. The kick is good, and the Packers lost about half of that momentum at least. Cairo Santos so far today has been 3 for 3. Don't ya? Accuracy is not his problem. It's power. And we might look at keeping Santos because if we can get the ball down the field, but who knows if we can. I mean, those field goals won't be very long. Those will be short field goals. 1st and 10 from the 25. Packers only need a field goal. Rodgers is going to throw though. Has plenty of time. And he doesn't do anything with it. Al-Quadin Muhammad for a loss of 6. Rodgers now on 2nd and 16. Once again, plenty of time. And he finds Christian Watson open up to the 38. That's enough for a 1st down. Just over a minute left now. Almost intercepted, but was unable to. Minnesota ties it with Atlanta at 35. A fade. And it's incomplete. I thought Dobbs mossed us. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Their field goal target line is the 39, so they only need 12 more yards or so. And tackled short of that. Packers take their 1st timeout with 37 seconds left. They're at the 43. They need about 4 yards to get the target line. Rodgers. Quick pass. It's complete to Tunyon up to the 35, and the Bears take a timeout now. They're first of the half. And they are across the field goal target line now, but they might just be going for a touchdown. Rodgers has time, and he gets sacked behind where the target line is now at the 43. They need 4 yards again. And now with only 1 timeout, you have to be careful with what you do. And it's intercepted, and that's the game. Sean Murphy bunting, and he is gone. So they do have a chance. But assuming we make them an extra point, we're going to have a 2-score lead. And it's good, and we lead 16-7 with 16 seconds left. And we're probably going to pull the upset off against the 3-seeded Packers. Obviously, we're not, in the playoffs yet, I'd imagine. 12 seconds left now. They need a miracle. And it's possible. If they get a Hail Mary, timeout, field goal, onside kick, and then another Hail Mary, it's right there. Well, we win because this is the last play of the game no matter what. And it's incomplete. And we upset the Packers, keeping our playoff hopes alive. Huntley, in his first career start, goes for 191, no touchdowns, but one interception. So we don't get star dev, I'd imagine. Maybe we do. I don't know if, winning gets us it, but Jalen Johnson, let's get you some man-to-man. That doesn't do anything, but now a scheme fit, it looks like. We have a injury. I think that's Justin Jones, and we do have a recap. Fine by me. We got the win, and that's what matters. We do have an injury. Justin Jones is out for 4 weeks, and I think we're not going to put him on IR. We're just going to advance next week. Where we'll look at the playoff picture. We're 6-8, third in the division. The Rams are the 7th seed, and also the Falcons did beat the Vikings. So how are the Rams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rams also have 6 losses, so that's not great. And the Rams are the 7th seed. So now that gives us 3 games. And we probably need to make 2.5 of that. You also have to look, the Commanders, they're 8-6. The Vikings and Giants are 7-7. Commanders, Rams, Vikings, Giants. Commanders, Rams, Vikings, Giants. So we don't have, I don't know if we have a tiebreaker of any of those, because we split with the Vikings. They're ahead of us at the moment in the division, so I'm guessing maybe they have. Well, with our division over, we've gone 3-3. I believe that's how you determine division games. They're 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2. And if they beat the Packers, they have the tiebreaker over us. So, and if they lose to the Packers, I don't know who it goes to. Probably goes to what conference then? So currently in the NFC, we are 0-1, 0-2, 0-3, 0-4, 0-5, 1-5, 2-5, 3-5, 3-6, 4-6. In the conference, we're 4-6, and the Vikings are 0-1, 1-1, 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3, 4-5, 5-5, 5-6. They're 5-6. We're 4-6. So they do have the tiebreaker over us at the moment. But they play the Packers next week. They lose. Well, then it's just even more confusing. And we play the Eagles, I believe. The 9-5 Eagles. All right. Well, how are the Ravens doing? I know the. Okay, so sweet. Our final 3 opponents all have either 5 or 4 losses. So it's not gonna be easy to make the playoffs. Nor is it probably gonna happen. And we're gonna be playing Roquan Smith. But nonetheless, we're gonna give it our best shot, and plus, it don't matter because, well, hopefully, if we, lose any of these 3 games and we go 3 or 2-1, it's this team we lose to. So then, my stress of not making the playoffs is over. It's like, okay, we haven't made the playoffs. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I'll see you guys next time. where we played the Eagles. And Roquan Smith, who used to be on our team, but same goes to them. They used to have Jordan Mailata, and we have him now. They used to have Jamison Crowder, and well, he's gone now. Anyone else? I don't think so. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.